You've met this person. Doesn't matter how small the disagreement is. What movie came out first? How to load a dishwasher? Who said what 3 years ago? They will not let it go. They will die on hills that don't even exist. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you've probably wondered, why does being right matter that much to them? Turns out, it's rarely about being right at all. Here's the strange part. People who need to always be right are often the least interested in the actual truth. If they were genuinely curious about being correct, new information would update their position. Instead, watch what happens when you show them clear evidence they're wrong. The goalposts move. The topic shifts. Suddenly, you're arguing about tone or motives or something completely unrelated to the original point. That's the tell. Because if this were really about facts, facts would end it. It's not about facts. It's about what losing the argument would mean about them as a person. Psychologists link this pattern to what's called fragile self-esteem, self-worth that's unstable and highly dependent on external validation, rather than a stable internal sense of competence. For someone with a stable sense of self, being wrong is just information. It's mildly annoying maybe, but it doesn't threaten anything. Their worth as a person was never tied to this one fact about dishwashers. But for someone whose self-esteem is fragile, every disagreement gets processed as a threat. Not to their argument, but to their entire identity. Being wrong doesn't feel like I made a mistake. It feels like I am inadequate. And the brain will do almost anything to avoid that feeling, including distorting reality itself. This is where a well-documented psychological mechanism takes over. Cognitive dissonance. The deep discomfort of holding two conflicting ideas at once. In this case, I am a smart, capable person, and I was just proven wrong. Rather than sit with that discomfort, the brain resolves it the easy way. By rejecting the new information, minimizing it, or attacking the source instead. It's not conscious dishonesty. It genuinely feels, in the moment, like they're defending the truth. They're actually defending their identity, and the truth just happens to be standing in the way. This pattern rarely appears out of nowhere. It often traces back to environments, childhood, past relationships, even workplaces, where being wrong wasn't treated as normal and human, but as something dangerous, where mistakes were met with punishment, ridicule, or withdrawal of love and approval rather than correction and support. If being wrong once meant real consequences, shame, rejection, anger from someone who mattered, the brain learns a simple rule for survival: never let that happen again. Decades later, the original threat is long gone, but the defense mechanism never got the memo. So the next time someone refuses to back down over something genuinely small, it's worth remembering. You're probably not actually arguing about the dishwasher. You're standing next to someone defending something much older and much more fragile than the conversation you're actually having. That doesn't make the behavior easy to deal with, but it does make it a lot less personal.